Hi, good evening, all. My name is Fani, Fani Rajendra. I have about 25 years of experience in a variety of sectors and fields. And the one that we're going to talk about today is the most important and most critical in-demand field called data science and generative AI. Before we go there, before we go there, I want all of you to let's talk to each other. Let's talk to each other, and then give me 1 second. Let's talk to each other to understand, introduce about each other. Hey, Naima, can we talk? Start from you.
Hey, good evening, everyone. What would you like to know about me?
Just introduce about yourself, Naima.
So my name is Neema, and I've been working in IT for the past 5 years. I'm currently working as a program manager, and I would like to learn AI ML just to get in the technical side and keep up with the latest technology.
Great. Thank you very much, Naima. Bintu.
Hi, my name is Bintu, and I am a recent graduate in computer engineering, and currently I'm working as a FPGA design engineer. And I'm looking forward for more to brush up my skills in AI ML and its applications in FPGAs and data science.
Great.
Thank you.
Wonderful, sir. Thank you for joining in. All right. I believe somebody, I think they're on the phone. Anybody else want to go in? Anybody else want to introduce yourself? I'm sorry, I'm not feeling well today. Pardon me for my throat.
Hi, this is Padma. I'm working as a data engineer. I would like to go ahead with the means data science for other roles.
That's an excellent one, Padma. Thank you for joining and be part of us. Great, wonderful, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I see Sneha.
Hi guys, my name is Neha. I'm currently working in Oracle HCM role. I wanted to learn AI ML and improve my knowledge and skills and get into AI field. Thank you.
That's an excellent. Excellent. Thank you all. Pardon me, with your permission, meantime, in between, I'd be sipping a cup of coffee. It's a lot of change in the environment all of a sudden, so a little upset with the health. Sorry if you cannot hear me well. I mean, am I audible? Can you hear me all well? Am I sounding well? Great. I think, let me know if you cannot hear me. Okay, thank you, Srini. So we're going to talk about the most fascinating world. Sometimes it becomes a question to call. Do we call it as another technology? Or is it just another course? Pardon me. Any other course? Is just any other technology in the market? Or do you think this is something special? Anyone of you think it is different from any other course that we saw earlier, though we do not know what really the course is all about? But given the hype in the market, what do you think? Is this one of the any other courses, or do you believe this could be the one that may give us the career, a permanent career, or you believe, yeah, it is good to have, we will see, let's be prepared and let's see what happens in the world. If everybody talks about AI, ML, let's jump onto that because we are trained, so we can jump onto that at any point of a time. What do you think? How important is AI? Srini opines as a disruptive technology. Great, thank you. Anybody else? See, the first question that happens in our mind is when there's a lot of buzz in the market, everybody starts talking about it. We also want to join the bandwagon. Everybody is saying AI, AI, AI. Somebody's saying AI with ML. Somebody says AI with Gen AI. Somebody says AI with data engineering. Somebody says AI, data engineering, Databricks, blah, 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 blah. So are we gonna join, excuse me, AI course or ML course or AI ML course or Gen AI course, or is that a course? Or do you think this is something much better? What do we call if something becomes so essential? Let's say Google is known as a search engine. How many of us do not use Google at all? Is there a day that we spend without using Google at least once in a day? Is that a possibility in a nowadays world? Nope. I think if it is not Google, something else like Google we would be using. If it is not Google and something else, then we would be doing the same with a friend, with the help of a friend. So what do you think is artificial intelligence is all about? Can anybody opine? What do you think AI in your viewpoint? It's great that some of you wanted to establish a career. So you invested your own time, you identified the real path. Tell me something about AI. What do you think AI is all about? Is it an automation? Is it predicting? Is it curing the diseases?
Making things easier.
Wonderful. Somebody said making things easier. I believe every program does the same thing, isn't it, Shiva? Every program does the same thing.
Mm,
Anything special with this so-called AI? AI
special.
is, yes, sir.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
AI is something of you which is not you. What do you mean by that? It is as just a replica of you, but not you. We are not seeing AI as a technology that can be used to write programs. No. We are not seeing AI as a coding stuff to do a job in the market or in the industries. No. AI is a technology that can cure, detect diseases in the medical industry. No. AI is a teacher who can train in education, schools and colleges. No. AI is kind of a robot that can automate and complete every activity. No. AI is the one who can manufacture anything instantaneously, works 24 hours without anybody's help, and can achieve great things. Is it? The answer is no. Then what is AI? What exactly is AI? AI means exactly. AI is just like an intelligence you and I have. But this intelligence that is fed into devices like a mobile phone, like a mouse, like your watch, like your headphone, like the car, maybe like your notebook, maybe like the ring that you have, maybe like any other gadget that you have, can become one of your best friends. Not just the friendship, it can remember thousands of a data. You have a question about anything, you can talk to it in your own native language, and either the pen starts talking back to you, or would write for you on a paper, or would type for you on a piece of paper, or would draw for you in a piece of paper. You ask anything about it. Do you mean I can ask anything that is not invented? Absolutely. Let's go ahead and test it. If you can ask something that was not found by anybody anywhere, then you are in the right path. You should have this thing. Which thing? We call it as an ecosystem. AI is not just any one of the technologies. This is the technology that's gonna make and break things. Give me some example. This is a technology that detected a cancer in a person 6 years before the cancer occurred for the person. There's a paper on this thing. This technology identified that a person can get a cancer 5 years after the person was medically examined, and it predicted that this person is prone to disease. Which disease? Cancer disease after 5 years, 5 to 6 years. If you think we have a technology in every world, may that be hospital, may that be education, may that be software, may that be automobile, may that be that airline stuff, may that be our own colleges, may that be its own offices. What would be the advantage of this AI? First, AI is not a technology. AI is not a course. Gen AI, machine learning, deep learning are kind of different approaches that we adopt to learn this system of knowledge. That way, it becomes very easy for us, excuse me, easy for us, my bad. It becomes very easy for us to get through this. Let me show you on my screen what exactly we are talking about. Let me know if you can see my screen, please. I should be getting with one little desktop. First question that comes in mind, I do not know coding. I'm not from a computer background. Is it must? The answer is no. And we are getting into this technology called AI using some of the tools like what you see on the screen. We're going to learn a battery of subjects. My apologies. Sorry. So this is how exactly we're going to learn. The larger chunk, what you see is artificial intelligence, meaning everything we are thinking about nowadays as a machine learning or a deep learning or a latest technology or a Gen AI technology, everything gets rolled into artificial intelligence. a subset of artificial intelligence, meaning a part of the whole glamour of the cloud of the artificial intelligence, is known as a machine learning. Out of the machine learning piece, if we take a little bit piece more away as a subset, that is known as the deep learning. So putting these three things together, maybe the AI or the machine learning and the deep learning, commonly called as or known as a data science. Again, there is a new version of the data science, old version of the data science. So AI, whenever we say that we're going to learn AI, essentially we are saying we're going to learn the artificial intelligence in total, which encompasses the machine learning, deep learning, and generative AI skills together. So let me quickly walk you through the topics that we have here in a line by line, and then talk to you in detail about what exactly we're going to do. This is the course that we're going to start our journey right from the first point, understanding what is a programming language. And the programming language we're going to use for this particular stream of a knowledge is called a Python. So we will understand basics of a Python. It's just not merely understanding the course as a theoretical component. As we talk the course, the class would be having the combination of the theory and the practical, pragmatical, both together. We'll be handling theory part and the practical part together. And not only that, with every topic that we're going to cover, we're going to ensure that you have something to practice in the class and right after the class as a project or an assignment. So this makes sure that each concept, we will bring the concept so beautifully packaged to you that it becomes literally imprinted in the mind of the learner or the student. And if you want to refresh the knowledge that you have learned during the class or post the class, you will be equipped with all of the exercises that would not only help you for practicing that, but is also a suite of programs that can stitch it together to make sure that you can show in an interview that you have completed and or a set of exercises. Excuse me, just 1 second, please. I'm sorry. So we'll be talking about Python data structures, statements, control statements, and the OOPS concept. For each of the topic, parallelly we would also be working on an exercise. And then after that, we will be getting into the real core of the subject. What is the future that's going to be driving all of the employment and jobs? As you are seeing in the market, as you're realizing right now, the marks are disappearing. The coding jobs, the database administration jobs, the software engineer jobs, most likely the testing jobs would also start evaporating lesser than 1.5 years. That's the industry expectation. Because they want to replace those stuff with some kind of an automated tool, which is run by a machine learning or a deep learning technology. So it is not that a course that we have to learn to enhance our score life, but it is the technology that we have to learn to remain employed and earn much more, because it is just right now that people started understanding the importance of AI and deep learning. So it is essential we become the first part of the wave, quickly grab the opportunity, excuse me, and stabilize our career for next decade or so. So we will start understanding what is a machine learning. This is what we have to understand. See, we are not saying about anything else. We are saying machines start learning all by themselves. They they will learn so much by themselves that they start talking to you. When we write programs, you will realize most of you probably might have chatted with the ChatGPT. Have you ever felt that you're talking to a bot or a computer? No, it just almost pats on our back, talks like we talk, talks like the Gen Z, Gen X, Gen Y language, communicates the way that you want it to communicate to you, shares your emotions. But end of the day, that's a computer program. How could a computer program almost behave as if it is a hidden human being? How is that doable? I'm sorry. That is quite possible with this technology called machine learning. With various approaches that we adopt into the machine learning, we will achieve that. The techniques and process that we will follow in order to achieve this so-called objective machine learning are known as a supervised learning or unsupervised learning, meaning that sometimes we will help machines to learn the subject in one particular fashion. Sometimes the computer, the program, the software, the drone, or the device will learn all by itself. We don't have to feed it. How does a device learn? It's a dummy set, right? It doesn't have a live face, ear, mouth to talk to me. How does it understand? What do you mean by a device understanding? Is a fascinating journey that we will explore ourselves. The device understanding all by itself is called unsupervised learning, where it will recognize, hey, I think it is a cat that is coming right before my camera, or it is a snake, or there is a fire happening. Let your kid be saved. All of these decisions would be done by the device, by the technology automatically. That part of the thing is called as supervised or unsupervised learning. So we will be learning these two. We will discuss a lot of case studies and examples for various industries. How does this look and feel differently for each industry? And then as part of the supervised, unsupervised learning, we would be playing a lot with the data which is very essential in the market. We do not call data as a data, but instead we call data as a customer or as an oil, because that is the data that can make the profit for a company or also can increase the business for us. So we will understand what is the data, how do we really handle the data, the various approaches we can do, maybe time series analysis or stuff like that. For that, we will take some kind of a data sets, which we say is a Titanic data set, or predicting house prices and stuff like that. Then we will get into the much deeper algorithms, which will identify an email as a spam all by itself. How does an email really identify one particular email as a spam? What runs behind that is an algorithm called as something like a logistic regression. So we will do a deep dive to understand what are these. Then we will do a mini project one on a customer journey, development, enhancement. Then you will be completing that on the topics that we have outlined here. Then after that, we are trying to get into the fascinating world called neural networks, what we call as a deep learning. It is not only making things faster as somebody advised, I believe, so I heard somebody advised, but making the mobile phone or devices to take the decisions all by themselves. If you are traveling by a car, it knows where you are and it comes to you from the parking lot with AC and everything on. It drives you to your destination without a driver, following all traffic laws and rules and regulations, speed limits. If there is an overcoming or upcoming, cross-coming traffic, it identifies the upcoming traffic. It brakes itself, again starts going. no human intervention will be there. That particular technology, for example, you might have heard about Tesla cars doing fully self-driven cars or fully automated driving. We call them as FSD cars. Fully automated, fully automatic. There is absolutely no human intervention. Mhm. That is possible because of a technology called a deep learning, where a car just doesn't become a one dumb asset. Instead, the intelligence in a car behaves as if it is like a human being. It understands the emotions to certain extent, how to apply brake, when to engage accelerator, when to take you safe, when not to take you which route, how much is the traffic, how do I balance, what is the upcoming weather, so how do I plan my route for upcoming weather, how much time does it take to take you to your destination, if the destination is already occupied, what are the alternative path and routes that I can adapt to, and at the same time keep you communicated, keep you engaged, keep you occupied, so you don't feel bored, you don't feel tired within the car. There is a system that makes sure that you are completely occupied, maybe entertainment system or communication system or mobile system or phone calling system or television system. It could be anything. All of those stuff will come under technologies like deep learning. And for this, we will be conducting some kind of exercises after the class. And once we complete this particular section, we'll be doing a mini project 2, which will cover all of the topics that we have learned in the deep learning, put them all to all of them together, and then create a mini capstone kind of a project, which is life enough for you to take it to the market, implement it pragmatically, or also to show it in the interviews as a program that you have done. We have chosen projects in such a way that it is not any of one of the common projects, but the topics which the business seems to be growing in the industry. That could be in Indian market industry or in the outside market industries. These are the courses, these are the logics, these are the algorithms where the market seems to be enhancing, and they wanted people who have done activities and projects and these kind of technologies in this kind of a domain. For example, see healthcare. See, you see, there's a prepared healthcare data set. Example we talked about, how do you predict diseases even before happening? How do you save a person? It's not only a patient or a person, even we can help ourselves to remain healthy when we start utilizing these technologies for a better environment, for a better today. It's no more tomorrow, it is all better today. Then we will go on creating algorithms with a Gen AI. Most of you might have seen like a deep fake pictures, deep fake images, what we call them as a GANs or LLM, large language models. These large language models are a concept that evolved right after machine learning, end after deep learning. Then came a concept called large language model. You go to the Naukri right now and verify how many job opportunities are there only on the basis of a machine learning, either as a researcher, as an engineer, as a senior engineer, or a principal engineer. So is also the case with the deep learning or Gen AI. So these codes completing will help us to take 4 to 5 different routes in our career. If you are very interested in something, for example, let's say self-driving cars, then you can choose a path or a career called computer vision. If you want to become a machine learning engineer to help the industries, you can become machine learning engineer, or hospitals, airlines, aerospace, highly space specific companies, oil and gas industries, consumable industries. All of them are now starting towards something called a deep learning behavior. So we can get into the deep learning engineer, deep learning researcher, deep learning scientist, blah, blah, blah. Then there is something called Gen AI research. This is where the highest demand is there when you club Gen AI with something called ML ops. It is not only creating a technology, but deploying the technology successfully in the market or in the environment is called, let's say, LLM ops or ML ops. Clubbing these two, the Gen AI and Gen ops or LLM ops, is where the industry is right now heading to stabilize. As we talked about, most of the companies, not just the candidates, companies have started understanding the importance of taking the route of generative AI side. The lot of profit that they can save, the quicker they can provide solution to the customer, they understood, and which is definitely faster than any other solution that we have seen so far in the industry. So everybody wants a piece of this business to them. And nobody just like that can implement these technologies unless the person is thoroughly trained. Because these are so potentially powerful technologies, we can do anything with the company or within the company with this set of products. Anything in the sense, literally anything. Right from creating a prototype to creating a market-ready products or creating softwares almost overnight. There are people who have created Microsoft Office, similar kind of a software in less than 3.5 to 4 days. People are creating operating systems. So we will learn LLM, what is a large language model, an advanced kind of LLM called RAG, where the market is now again stabilizing. So we will understand RAG and we will do what is something called a few shot, mini shot, and no shot attempts. Then again, we will conduct a particular project on that thing. And as part of this thing, we will also ensure that you complete your all of the mock interviews. Along with the mock interviews, your resume preparation, the institute will help you to write resume, prepare resume, and hit the market. No, I don't want to say. We will create applications. We ourselves will create an application where you provide the job description to the application, and accordingly it will modify your resume. Not only that, we will create applications which you can sell for yourself as an independent contributor even in the market. You can sell the products to companies or small clients. We will create applications that can be deployed in hospitals, colleges, institutions, and this particular technology doesn't require, trust me on this bit, doesn't require a thorough mathematical background. We do not. We are not going in the normal route of a machine learning engineer by doing a lot of mathematical exercises. No. We're going to learn the whole subject in a very programmatic basis using the same set of programs which the industry uses in their flow for the production. So we will be learning Python. We will be learning machine learning with something called scikit-learn. We will learn deep learning with something called a TensorFlow. And we will also touch upon PyTorch and Gen AI products with the help of a lot of frameworks, including Hugging Face, TensorFlow, NLTK libraries, and the rest of the other libraries. By the end of the project, we will ensure by the end of the course, which we are aiming to go between anywhere between 45 to 50 or 50 days, plus or minus 5 days, given depending upon the project or assistance that you require. It is not only that you have a thorough thorough knowledge on all of the concepts that we talked about, that could be right from the Python to machine learning to deep learning to Gen AI. You would be having a clarity in your mind. Well, I wanted to get into the career of AI ML. Not only that, now I understand I would like to become a computer vision expert or computer vision engineer, or I want to become a machine learning engineer, or I want to become a Gen AI architect. If you ask the question, well, I'm still learning, so I'm confused. What do you think? Where is the market focused? Which is the area that you suggest so that I can establish my career? I can get into a company with a secured job for, let's say, next at least a decade. That's about 10 years. And as I improve, I want to switch to all other fields as because I will be getting experience. I want to switch into the other side. Absolutely. For those cases where you are looking for a quicker, faster employment, your highest focus should be on Gen AI. Where you are looking for a permanent career, untouched career, which is a fixed career, you should be focusing with a thorough salary, good companies, you should be focusing on a deep learning plus Gen AI. If you want to get into computer vision, application development, you should get into machine learning or Gen AI set. Dia madam, would you be able to talk to them in a few minutes? I'll be right back. Just excuse me for one quick second.
Yeah, for sure. No worries. So learners, meanwhile, we can discuss about the timing slots. Can you please let me know, like, at what time you guys are comfortable to join the session? Regular classes.
Yeah, this is right. 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. Okay. So, as we are planning to take the classes at 6 p.m. IST. So I think that would be, Shiva, may I know, like, what time you are sharing right now, Central or Eastern?
Eastern.
Okay. So, that would be fine for you. That would be 8:30 a.m. Eastern
Yeah,
time.
yeah. Yeah.
So, that
Today's time was proper, yeah.
Yeah, this time is perfect for you and also for Srini, right? Yeah, I know you go you go all are the working profession, so and Padma ma'am, I think this time is also suitable for you.
Yes, I'm fine. Yeah.
Oh, sure, sure. And Bintu, George,
Yeah, this timing is fine.
sure, sure. And
Yeah,
Ma'am
madam,
Shah-
this time is fine for me also, madam.
yeah, I know, you are also available at that time zone. Yep, yep. And Shravani ma'am, this time, are you able to manage if you are planning to join for the session?
Yeah, I am fine with that.
And Naima ma'am? You can discuss and you can plan for this, then you can let me know. Apart from this, like this time is suitable for you to join the sessions?
Yes, it is. Is the session going to be only on Saturdays or?
No, no, ma'am. The sessions are on the weekdays basis from Monday to Friday. 1 hour session would be there.
Okay.
If
Yeah, I should be able
somehow
to
you
join.
guys are unable to join the sessions due to some of the emergency and some occurrences, you will get the recordings over the Google Drive and the materials with the lifetime access. So you can review the recordings anytime. Sure.
Sounds good.
It's not about it.
Giving the dice to you, Panisam, you can continue after
Yeah.
this.
At any point of a time, sometimes it happens that when we start learning the codes, the concept that we have before we get into the codes, the change that we see in ourselves when we start getting after getting into the codes, and about a few days into the codes, the behavioral change, your thinking pattern, you will see a lot of changes. All you can realize for yourself that there is so much of a depth in this particular stuff as a technology. And why it is essential for us to understand the basics in the very beginning is this is not just the one course. So trust me on this particular piece. You probably look all around you. Tell me anything that is not AI enabled today, right from the washing machine, right from the dishwasher, our oven, our whole kitchen, the refrigerator, the mobile device, the car, the laptop, the smart mirror, the traffic signals. Tell me one thing that is not AI enabled. You will find most likely, every device would be AI enabled. When I say every device can be AI enabled, I want you to understand every device can be programmed. We have been writing programs all through our life, many program softwares using. We can write a program to any device, then that device moves. What is the difference in this course? Please understand, we are not going to tell a computer what to do, what not to do. We will let the computer figure out what we do and what we need at that point of a time for us at that point of a place without asking a question. It does everything on our behalf and also asks us, do you want anything else? Meaning it prepares your future because it understands the past. It paves the path. Sorry. It paves the path for the present. What does it mean to you? And what does it mean to the company? Somebody who pined, it does things faster. What do you get faster by doing things faster? More money, more experience? Is it all about? No, don't think in those lines. Making a device AI enabled is infusing that device with intelligence into that device. As if you take a syringe, take a medicine, and infuse that injection into a device to make that AI enabled. After your dose of infusion of AI into that particular device, it becomes a real smart device. What do you mean by AI enabled device? A device that can take decisions all by itself. What? That means you put your clothes into washing machine. It understands the kind of a material. It understands and reads the description given by that company which manufactured the material. It washes according to those set of instructions. It uses some kind of a fuzzy logic. It knows how much water to be taken, how much soap to be taken for what kind of a material. It will ensure it will not hamper or create damage to any kind of a material at any point of a time. Not only that, with this technology in hand, every small and large companies, every big company is trying to create something called LLM, their own LLM, meaning their own ChatGPT kind of a software, because that is only the market. Creating software, something like a ChatGPT, which knows everything, just like my mother, right? When we have a question in our mind, Papa, Mama, you go and ask the mother. It looks like every mother knows almost everything in the whole world. Any question without with their experience, they will be able to answer. This device, ChatGPT, is also similar to that. It almost knows the whole world. I just ask about it, how to do, how not to do. It will give you step-by-step instructions. Beauty of that, it doesn't only give you step-by-step instructions because you asked, it will also understand the mental age of the person who is asking the question, looking at the type of questions, the way the questions are typed into ChatGPT or spoken to ChatGPT. It understands the maturity level of voice. Accordingly, it will create audio visual impact so as to convince the customer. If an adult asks a question, it responds differently. If a kid asks a question to the chat GPT, it customizes the answer to the length and breadth of the knowledge of a kid of that year, 5 years, 6 years range. It exemplifies just like that. So what exactly is this generative AI? See, there are two things that we need to understand. One is the standard world of data science, which is the machine learning and deep learning. Then there is the other side coin, which is all packed together data science with Gen AI. This data science, the new data science, the one that we are talking about, is so different from the old one that it almost has no similarity to the old one. Old one, we used to have statistics. We used to develop all of the algorithms using mathematics, algebra, linear algebra, trigonometry. But now the modern data science, the one that we are talking about, we don't have to get into the roots of the mathematics. So if you don't understand math, how do you become an engineer? Yes. The way the generative AI has brought about the change is that you can visualize any complex algorithm right before your eyes. You can create a 3D world to visualize a concept. When we write programs, we create 3D shaped organs to understand where exactly disease could be inside a human being. Where is the cancer located inside a human being? We can visualize 3D and say that, this is particular artery and this is the epithelial cell and this is the endothelium cell. This is in between epithelial and endothelium cell. This is happening to this particular artery at this particular flow at this particular muscle. How is that even possible? How can we create a 3D? We are not doctors. So how do we know all these arteries, this stuff, that stuff? No, we don't know that stuff. We don't have to know that stuff. Then how do you deal with the computer if you don't know the medical stuff? Same is the case. You go into a banking, it creates a complete banking application for us. And you can create a face lock for your house for the safety of your kids. You can create a program to track them while they are kids. You can create a program to manage your expenses, a company's expenses. You create a software managing the libraries and books and assets and retail items in your house. All with just by typing a few questions and giving the answer to those questions. All we will do is doing a pattern called question and answer, question and answer, question and answer. We don't write programs as programmers write as a software engineers, but we write, hey, hello, how are you doing? I want you to, get me a cup of coffee for me. And, ensure the coffee that you get me should be in white cup and the coffee should be to the brim of the cup. And it writes the code for us. And we will decide how to make this cup intelligent enough that whenever I want to sip the coffee, I'm so sorry, a few seconds before the cup gets heated, and when I place it here, the temperature is maintained. It knows how much time I take a break. And when I come back again, it heats it. Again, with no knowledge of programming, we don't tell that device to do that for us like that. It does that for us. This technology helps the doctors in the hospitals. This technology helps in marine aircrafts, autopilots, and all of this. This technology helps in information technology for automating and testing and writing programs. 25% of these programs written by Microsoft seems to be directly written by this kind of a software, as per their own CEO. We will not only deploy the technologies on the local missions, Instead, we will deploy these technologies even on the cloud. We will also have to learn how do we deploy these solutions to the cloud? How do we create our own portfolio of a website? So there is no space that the AI has not gone and covered it, subjugated it. Every piece of the market, every piece of the business domain has been subjugated by AI technology. So much so that you don't have to be, or I don't have to be graduate enough to get a job now on. See how the world would change. Gone the days where we'll be going for a graduation, post-graduation, PhD stuff, no more. If you know how to talk to a device, either intelligently or programmatically, that is all what we need. With that bent of mind of approach, as we start writing programs, we will also create a path for our career, giving the program and our own ability to write, understand the program. You will get a clarity all by yourself. Well, I will be suitable for service-based companies. Service-based companies give certain kind of a salary into certain kind of industries at certain kind of places. There are production-based companies or product-based companies. There are pure service-based companies. There are commodity-based companies. There are healthcare sectors. There is a pharmacy sector which deals with the research of DL, ML in creating medicines. There is a defense research. So it is not just this or that. Every line of business is trying to get into artificial intelligence because this is only the possible future. Every other manual, repetitive, routine task has completely changed its very nature. This is the only technology that can work with your pre-existing technology. We don't have to automate, rebuild everything, but we can run from the same level, same old device. We can start making it much more agile and much more smart by adding few more peripheral to that device, saving billions of dollars of money. So we will learn all of this. We will do hands-on exercises and so many subjects that it will definitely give you a clarity of a thought, which is very important. Second, this course will also give you the ability to visualize things through and through. One of the soft skills that we have to develop in the Gen AI side is being an artist. You should be able to visualize your end project piece by piece, diagram by diagram, sign by sign, color by color, logo by logo. You should be able to visualize your end goal. That changes us as a human being so much so that it makes us so ready for the life. Forget about the technology and the market, job. We have a family. It helps us to mingle, gel well, even with the family, because now your observation about understanding the whole surrounding is on visualization based, simulation based. You will realize how the communication is going to happen among and between things and what would probably happen. This visualization ability would be developed, or it will be developed in all of us as we start getting into this course to the deeper roots of it. I'll stop here to see if you have any. I apologize for my throat. I'm so sorry. Just all of a sudden it happened. So any questions for me? The programming language we're going to use is a Python. We will learn machine learning, deep learning, and generative AI, all three different courses which are available in the market. We are stitching them together in a fabrical way. Yes, sir. Yes, Srini. We are going to cover pre-req like math and stat. Yes, sir. They are also covered as part of the syllabus. in such a way that you will start understanding them. Yes, sir, mathematics and statistics would also be covered as part of that. Any other questions, sir, ma'am?
Naima, I mean, ma'am, you have some queries, right? You can discuss with Rajendra sir.
Hey, Naima.
Hey. No, I think I'm good. I'm pretty much decided on which direction I want to go with. I actually was exploring AWS to get into more of a DevOps field. Since I'm trying to get into the technical side, so I was comparing DevOps with the AI ML, but I
Gotcha.
think I'm going to lean towards more AI.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Rajendra sir, can you please help her like what after completing this training, like how she can apply in the IT company or on which role would be beneficial for her as a fresher?
Sure. Not at the end of the training, right from the beginning. That's one of the things we're going to do. In few days, we're going to start building our resume. Parallelly, we will start applying for the companies. We will not wait for the end of the course. We'll start hitting interviews while when we are in the course, doing the course, learning the course. And how do we get jobs? There are a ton of ways which I will show you, but it is not me showing you. Forget about me as an external third party person playing a role, any kind of a role at all in your life choices. It is you. I'm going to make sure that all of you create an application that tells you what to do, what not to do, which is suitable job for you, which is the better company, which is a place that you want to go, which is going to give you the hike. We will create the program. That's what we're going to become. These are the similar solutions that we're going to create for a customer. Why can't we create one for ourselves? So be with me for a few days. I'll create the programs with your help that will guide you every company to walk every path. And over and above that, the jobs which are available and the market related stuff, I will be pouring in and sharing in WhatsApp group. I will also share the jobs available. See, if you any of you guys are interested to go towards the Saudi, Dubai, East, there are around 6,000 open jobs even right today for a data science fresher. There is a whole oil and gas community. They have taken a decision to convert all of their legacy applications into Gen AI applications. They are pumping money like anything. They want people have skills on AI, machine learning, because it's all oil and drill, right? So we should also have the core skills on either machine learning or a deep learning. And if oil and gas industry has taken that step, the second company is every manufacturing company, which is in the SAP side, SAP application, whatever is using as SAP applications. Now SAP was questioned. Yeah, SAP was questioned to give them the ultimatum that we want AI-enabled SAP applications. So every company is looking for a person who can develop AI customizable for any company on an ERP basis within the India. Microsoft, Google, Accenture, HCL, these are the top companies who gonna hire candidate for AL ops or ML ops. This is the position name. And point two, when you start searching for jobs, do not search jobs for the role of data science, because the name data science will be changed and it will be called as a AI engineer. AI engineer is a collective role that has a bit of play in cloud, bit of play in AWS or DevOps. It has a bit of play in ML, bit of play in DL, bit of play in Gen AI. This suite all together for a production, right from building to production deployment, is called ML Ops or AL Ops or LLM Ops, or the designations are known as AI engineers, AI junior engineer, AI engineer, a real engineer, where we'll be engineering a solution to the client. And this is for every company out there has to enable all of their legacy applications into AI. You might have seen the Microsoft Office software. Now that comes with a Copilot. There was no Copilot, no AI earlier. Now that comes with Copilot. Every Windows computer comes with a Copilot. Mobile phone comes with AI. Similarly, every application, every device that you see in and around you would be AI enabled. It is we who will make that software. It's not any other team or any other technology people. It is we who will make. So if you're talking about almost every device, I don't have to say, how huge is the demand everywhere. All right. So with that, if there is no question, I'll hand it over to Dia, madam. Ma'am, back to you.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. So Shiva, Bintu, and Padma, are you guys having any queries?
No, we don't. We're all
I'm
set.
good.
No.
Sure. Okay, so from Monday onwards, we are planning to start the classes at 6 p.m. IST. After the session, I will connect with you and please let me know your response wisely. Okay. Thanks for joining today's call. We truly appreciate your time.
Thank you all. Bye-bye.
Have a good weekend. Thank you,
Thank
guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.